I promise you that this is our life unpacking, especially if the lesson is good. And this one was really good. And this, I think, is you'll find some nuggets in this. So welcome back to part 4 of Shaki Chronicles. We're heading home from church, and the message today was your soul has seasons, and we've been unpacking some parts of it, and now we're getting into the part of sitting with, I think we're passing Starbucks, but I don't know where we're going. I don't know where we're going. All right. And so we're talking about sitting with, you are not off track. Sitting with that, you are not off track, and you're not falling behind. So we were having a big conversation on that, and I think that we should continue that conversation on you're not off track, because it's so hard. It's such a big struggle for individuals, and I hear it from women all the time, even as, oh God, and let me not go to part 5 of this, but so many women are looking for relationships, Charles. And they feel like age is in, they're getting old, things are not panning out the way, they can't find a partner, this is what's happening. They don't know their season.
Right. And I would listen to a podcast the other day, how, it was on relationships, about how some people really and truly, even though they may have been married, they may have, had a family, but some people really and truly don't find the true love of their life into their 80s.
Yeah.
Or 90s. It's never too late.
Yeah.
But perhaps early in their life, the reason it wasn't their quote unquote love of their life, you know what I mean, is because early they try to force the relationship to happen. So let me just marry this person, have a family, because that's what society tells me.
Image in their head that they're trying to.
Right, and I'm just going to stick with this person.
Yeah.
Because this is what society says I'm supposed to be doing
at this particular time.
And whatever happens, the relationship ends, one way or the other. And then finally, after the person come into themselves, 80 years old, they found their really, really true love, that lit their life up, that lit their soul up, and so forth.
That touch on one thing.
So, but it's never too late.
I want to go to 2 things. That touch on one thing. It's never too late, and always living with an open heart. It doesn't matter what age you are, but living your life with an open heart is important. But what I want to touch on with something that you just said about finding your true partner, I know for me personally, I don't know, you can share your story, but I'm okay with sharing my story. For me, discovering and finding this marriage had a lot to do with finding me. It had everything to do with finding me, my self-love, my worth, my discovery, like just finding my season, like finding where I was standing, right? Basically, what is that, 12 years ago. And it took a lot of work to get there, a lot of cleaning up from heartache, pains, forgiveness, ground experience, floor experience, what I call the bathroom experience. It took a lot of that for me to step into and be open to this marriage. So I just want a vanilla brew cold. I think a vanilla brew. Why am I having cold and it's cold here in Florida is beyond me, but I think I should have a vanilla brew. Should I have something hot? Maybe I'll have a caramel macchiato hot.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Yes. So we got to discover who we are in order to open up to finding our true partner, and not being, you're right on track. For me, the encouragement when you mentioned that 80-year-old or 70-year-old or 60-year-old is to live with an open heart.
And that not only goes for relationships, it goes for your career, your...
Thanks for choosing Starbucks. What can I get started for you?
Yeah, caramel macchiato, hot, 2.
Grande.
What size?
Large.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
1209, ship now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so I want to give you the joke is that I did not leave the house with a wallet today, and we're in Starbucks line, so he'll handle the bill on that one. All right, guys.
It's
so
a setup.
It's a setup. All right, but this is the truth. This was a really, really powerful lesson today. And so for all of you Shaki fam, I want to encourage you, January 15th, 2023 lesson, Your Soul Has Seasons. The entire lesson is on Universal Truth Center for Better Living YouTube channel. Reverend Charles Taylor, him, my husband, did the lesson, and it was powerful. And my encouragement for today is for all of us to honor the season that we're in, to be patient with ourselves, to give ourselves grace and love and
compassion. That's the key.
Compassion for where we are, so that we can get the lesson and the blessing of the season. That was a big takeaway for me, and I wanted to share that, and I want you to share your takeaway.
And remember, you're going to have many opportunities to be where you think you're supposed to be. So just be patient.
Yeah.
Be patient with yourself. God is not through with you yet.
Yeah.
And don't try to force anything. If you find yourself forcing something, either forcing something to stay or forcing something to come into your life, and that's perhaps a clue that you are not in sync with your soul.
Don't be forcing them relationship, girls. Let me tell you, those ones are the worst ones, okay? The ones that you have to force. And I got to sit down on the patience, because
or even force
I need to work on that.
Trying to force it to stay the way you want it to be.
Yeah. Because it's gonna grow and change, babes. I mean, even for us, right? 10, 12 years, we have been changing and growing through our season individually and growing through our season collectively, right? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
And let me tell you, folks, it takes work, but open heart, commitment, love, grace, patience. I mean, patience is a big one. Patience is a big one for me, and patience for me to practice patience with myself, and for me to practice patience and for me to practice patience with my partner is a huge one. Huge. So Shaki fam, stick with us as we do these chronicles, whatever. We're so excited about the different lessons and blessings and messages that are coming. And that's it. Anything else?
Live long and prosper.
All right, we're gonna go enjoy our Starbucks, and we're gonna veg out, because that's another part of what we do on a Sunday. We just go home, veg out, and really just relax and be in the moment. And you need time for that. All right, so appreciate you all, Shaki fam, and look out for more Shaki Chronicles or Car Chronicles or all the Chronicles, just sharing some ideas and thoughts that will support you in living your best life yet. All right, peace and blessings.